It's time for another Blue Jackets drop-in. I'm Bob McElligott. I'm joined by Jody, Shelley, and today we have with us Blue Jackets defenseman Scott Harrington. Scott, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with us here today. How's your NHL pause been so far over the last couple of weeks?
It's been interesting, but no, it's been good. I mean, disappointing not being able to play hockey, obviously. Missed that a lot. But yeah, my girlfriend and I, we've been hanging out in Columbus. We haven't left yet. So yeah, we've just been trying to stay safe, trying to stay busy, and I guess trying to stay positive too.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the hardest part once you get almost 6 weeks into this whole thing. Yeah, not playing hockey is one thing. Not really being able to do anything. That's the tougher part, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really strange. It's the first time, obviously, I think we've all gone through something like this, but even more so as an athlete trying to stay in shape and trying to stay hockey ready. It's been difficult. There's only so much you can do working out in your apartment. You just have to make the most of it. So when we first got locked out, we went to Target and picked up some weights and exercise stuff. Maybe, we looking back now, we would have picked up a little bit more if we knew that we would have been locked out for this long. But we've been running a lot, trying to stay active and trying to stay as ready as you can.
What's the most unique exercise you've done, Scott, during this time?
Oh, I don't know. I was rollerblading the other day on the roof of my parking garage. So that was different, kind of weaving in and out of cars during the day. I felt a bit strange being that high up, kind of overlooking the city and skating around on my rollerblades. So probably that, but I mean, I do a decent amount of running in the summer to prepare for hockey. A lot of it is just sprints and short bursts. So I've had to change that a little bit. I've been running in our neighborhood longer distances just to try and keep up my cardio. So that was taking a bit of adjusting at first, but I've grown to like it. It's something different and something that I'm usually not exposed to. So I have enjoyed that.
You'll have to jump on Cam Atkinson's virtual 5K and get involved with that. I'm sure he's already reached out to you on it.
Oh, is that no? What's he on the treadmill?
I don't know what it is. You have to check it out on his Instagram. He's trying to raise some money for the first responders on the front lines of this battling this disease. So you have to check it out and see what he's got going on. If you're in running, you'll be right into it.
Yeah, well, I'll do my best, but yeah, I'll send him a text and see if I can help out.
Hey, a question a lot. How long do you think it would take you guys to be ready to get going for a game if this does come back?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I think that, like for me anyways, I think for the first couple of weeks that we were locked out or quarantined, I should say, I think our focus was to just kind of like maintain and keep up our workouts. But now for me, it's kind of shifted to where it almost feels like it's the summer break again. And I mean that not necessarily that my mentality has changed in regards of staying in shape with hockey, but I think the way you train now is you try and approach this as if it's your summer workouts where you're doing different exercises, maybe a little heavier, trying to build muscle rather than just maintain like you do in the season. I think that obviously it's been difficult not being able to skate as much to keep up our strength, but I think the guys have been doing a great job of staying in shape, and we're all professionals and we all want to perform whenever we're able to go back to playing. To answer your question, I think some of the rumblings I've heard is maybe like 2 weeks. Some people are saying. I don't know. I think it's tough. I think whenever they finally give us the green light, guys are going to want to get playing games right away, and I think it'll be difficult for guys to hold off too long, because we've been out for so long. So maybe a couple weeks. Like I said, it'll just be a matter of getting used to skating, getting the touch back and the timing and everything. But I think that conditioning-wise, I think guys should be, relatively good to go.
I know you guys have been just like us where you've gotten a little bit of information, but we're all kind of getting it, I guess, at the same time from the same places. So were you excited this week when there actually was some information that came out where, you know, the commissioner is basically saying they'd like to get back to playing at some point in July and have a training camp and all of that, just to have, not knowing if it's going to happen for sure or not, but to maybe start to get some idea of when you could get back to work.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's been one of the hardest parts so far is just going day by day and week by week. Just, I mean, everyone's really in the same boat in this country and in the world that, you know, not knowing kind of an end date or not having really a goal set in stone or roughly set in stone that we could look forward to. I think that's difficult is you don't know, is this going to last 2 weeks or is this going to last 2 months, you know? So I think that anytime that they can give us kind of an update with optimism like that, it's very encouraging. And I think that as players, it allows you to, you know, roughly shape your training and kind of plan it, you know, if it looks like we're going to be ready for a particular date, it helps mentally and obviously physically where, you know, we can try and plan out our workouts and ramp it up at the right time and try and be as prepared as best we can.
What do you think of what they're talking about? Maybe potentially there'll be 4 neutral sites and everybody will go play at those neutral sites. Just off the top of your head, your first reaction to something like that?
I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's just so different. I mean, playing at a neutral site makes it sound like it's a World Junior Hockey Tournament or something like that. You know, it's. I think that would be cool. I think it'd be just something different. Obviously, this is a tough time, a difficult time. You know, a sad time around the country with you know, the sickness and people losing their lives. And I think that, you know, if we could look back on this, you know, whenever we're finished playing, we went through a difficult time, but there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and we got to play in a neutral site and kind of had like a tournament with it or whatever the structure is. You know, if we've been separated for so long, I think it would be great if you know, all the guys and their families were able to go to one site and kind of reconnect and be together again. I think that, you know, it sounds really exciting. Whether it happens or not, we don't know. But yeah, I think first and foremost, everyone just wants to get back to some normalcy, and whether that be, you know, hockey or people going back to work. So I think that, you know, if they gave us that opportunity to all come together, I think guys would jump on it. It sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
Scott, what have you learned about yourself during this quiet time? You've been cooking or doing puzzles, anything exciting like that?
No, well, cooking a lot, yes. Yeah, not so many puzzles, but yeah, definitely cooking. That's been fun. You know, I consider myself lucky. Living with my girlfriend and our new dog. You know, I feel for the people who maybe don't have someone to spend this time with. You know, it's been fun for us to just spend some quality time together that we don't necessarily get in the season, and kind of change the pace of life up. No, it's been great. We've been cooking a ton, exercising together, which we don't get to do in the season. So yeah, just a lot of new little things. We're just trying to keep ourselves busy as best we can. I think I realized probably about a week or two in that, you know, how much the structure of our job means to us, or me personally. You know, when you don't have to get up at a certain time or go to bed at a certain time, you know, it can seem like fun for a week to just kind of relax a little bit. But then, you know, I think I start to realize how much having a routine and a schedule means to being a professional athlete. And that was something I found myself kind of getting a little bit stir crazy, not having something to do, because our days are usually planned out, you know, hour by hour almost. So yeah, so once we kind of figured out a routine and kind of, you know, tried to make our days as normal as possible, then, you know, I think that helped a lot.
As a guy who had to fight for every second of ice time, is it easy to relax, or do you still have a little bit of anxiety about staying on top of the game and being in that, I mean, it seems like you're relaxed, but I know as myself, you got to always stay on top of it a little bit mentally, don't you?
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, I found myself thinking about that just yesterday. You know, it's I guess nice in a way to have a little break, but you're right. I mean, this is, you know, we'd be in playoffs right now. This is crunch time. This is whenever we want to be, you know, right in the swing of things. And I think personally for everyone, yeah, I mean, for us to have made it this far in our careers and to make it to this level, you always have to have that edge, and you always have to be, thinking about ways to improve your game and to stay in shape, and like you said, to just fight for every minute of playing time. And I mean, I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't think about hockey. I think it's been like that for almost my whole life, and especially now, with the way things are going, and having to work out at home, and reach out to the trainers on the team or trainers back home for different workout plans and different things that you can do to stay in shape. I think it's a trying time and a challenging time as professional athletes, but I think that it kind of shows you what you're made out of. And I think that for, like I said, for myself, this is a time for me where I want to stay on top of my conditioning and my fitness, so that whenever we're allowed to play again, I'll be ready to go.
Hey, you mentioned having the new dog. How long have you had the dog now? What kind of dog is it? And where is the dog? It's got to be there somewhere.
Yeah, she's around. I don't know, she's sleeping. Can you bring? Oh yeah, she's out. She's sleeping. Oh, my girlfriend's gonna bring her over. Her name's Jozy. She's a French Bulldog. We got her. Thanks. Oh, we just woke her up. She's just a little thing. She's
she's adorable.
Oh yeah. No, she's a good girl. We're really happy with her. So she's a French Bulldog. I don't know how old she is now. She's just over 3 months old. So we got her. She was about 9 weeks old. So we were going to get a dog this summer. It's something we talked about for a while. But we weren't going to get it during the season, just with us being on the road so much. We thought it might be a better time to wait to the summer so that she could get acclimated to both of us at the same time. And then obviously with the lockout about a week in, we thought, well, we might as well, see if there's any puppies out there that we like, just to, at first it was just to take a peek, and then about 24 hours later, we were picking her up. So she's been great. Yeah, as you can, she's a little sleepy right now, but it's been nice to have something.
She looks like I look like on camera most of the time anyway. That's fine.
Yeah, I missed her third nap of the day, and no, it's been nice. It's been nice to have someone to keep us a little busy. We take her for walks a couple times a day and stuff like that. So it's been fun. It's like I said, just giving us something to do. My girlfriend's she's a substitute teacher, so she's just laid off right now as well, or on pause, whatever you want to call it. So we're both at home, so it's nice that we've spent a lot of time together with her. And she's getting a little squirmy. And yeah, it's great.
But a lot of guys have gotten dogs here, especially recently. Did you guys compare notes about when you might get one, what kinds you might get, or is everybody kind of just on their own program? They just happen to be getting them around the same time?
I think it's just a coincidence. I saw Zach got one. I think everyone's just kind of in the same boat, where they may have been thinking about it with their significant other, and now just seemed like a great time. So no, it was funny. We got ours, and then I don't know when Zach got his 2 weeks ago maybe, but it seems like the thing to do is make an Instagram account for your dog these days. So this account popping up and then they have the guy's last name, whoever the player is on the team. So it was pretty funny seeing all the accounts pop up.
Did you grow up with a dog in your house? You or your girlfriend?
We did, yeah. My family had a dog, just a little dog. It was a Pekingese. My parents never wanted to get one, but there was a couple up the street where we lived that they had a litter, and my sister and I wore our parents down, so we ended up getting one. So he's still alive. He's back home with my parents. And then, my girlfriend, they always had dogs. I think they've had a boxer, French Bulldog. What's that? That's it. Yeah, they've had a couple dogs at all times. So yeah, she was big on getting a dog, and I saw how it worked out well with the teammates, the guys. When the guys are on the road, it's nice for the girls to hang out together and bring the dogs together and have everyone hang out and stuff like that. So it seemed like a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, that's a great idea, without question. And it's who did we talk to? We talked to somebody the other day that was talking about maybe it's as you go further in life, maybe a dog help prepares you for a child at some point in the future. So, the girls can get together and tell dog stories right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. We just talked about that this morning. I said, I don't think I've slept through the night since we got the dog, but yeah, which I guess is much like having a kid, as you guys know. But no, she's been great. We've been really lucky. I mean, taking her out once during the night's not the end of the world. But yeah, yeah, I guess it would be a good thing for them to talk about.
What do you plan to do? You got out of town for a little bit, right? Just to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. Then are you coming back to Columbus to kind of wait much more of this out?
Yeah. So we're in Tennessee right now, just for a week and a half. We're gonna head back on Sunday, and then yeah, we're just gonna stay in Columbus for the time being. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think we would both be fine to go to Canada if we wanted to see my parents, but it just there's so much uncertainty right now with the borders closing and stuff like that, and we just don't want to take a chance. So I mean, we're happy in Columbus. We love Columbus, and my girlfriend's got family that's close by. Not that we can really see them right now, but whenever the ban's lifted, it'd be nice to see them. So yeah, we're just gonna go back to Columbus and wait it out, see what happens.
Well, wish you the best of luck. Enjoy your time away. Enjoy your time when you get back here, and hopefully sometime soon we'll all find out when we're going back to work, and you can get back to doing what you do. Get off the roof of that parking garage and actually skate on the ice again.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to it. Thanks for having me on here, guys. It's good seeing you.
Scott, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Anytime.